Hi, I'm Laura Batante. This is mytwobitts, and today I'm going over the polar bear box for you. It's one of the printables in my Etsy store, and I have a couple of them. Right now there'll be 2 bears, but there could be other animals, and this information would be the same for any of them. So first off, I recommend printing to a 65-pound weight cardstock. Also, this is just flat. It's not a coated stock. So the first thing that we're going to do is cut it out, and in order to do that, you don't want to have to cut all the way around this whole thing. Instead, what we're going to do is we're going to fold it on this middle center line, and so you want to sort of pinch it like that, and then we're going to line it up. So we want to really make sure that our edges are straight, and then we are going to take our bone folder, and you can see that that folded just really nicely. So the next thing that we're going to do, I recommend some paper clips to kind of hold things in place. You're going to hold on to it while you're working, obviously, but a little extra support. You do not want this to be moving around on you while you're cutting. And then you can use scissors, or you can use an X-Acto knife and ruler if you like. I mean, you're not going to use a ruler up here around the ears, obviously. But yeah, just going to cut away. These lines here for the inside of the box, you don't see them so much. So, you know, if it's not 100% perfect, don't panic. What you're really going to see is this front of the box. That's the part that's the most important. So work with that part of the box face up. And you might want to just go in here and cut away a bit. It's just a little less awkward to work with. So I'm going to go ahead and finish cutting this out. All right, so I've got that cut out, and then I'm just going to flip it over and have a look-see and see how that turned out. And there's just this little spot here. Now, no one's going to notice it, so you don't have to be as particular as I am perhaps being, but if you're the kind of person who is very particular, then you're going to want to go back in and just give that a little touch up. You'll notice that my lines on the blue were not all the same width all the way around, and I did that on purpose because it's sort of forgiving if you kind of went off a little bit. So what we're going to do now is we're going to open it up, and I do recommend scoring. You don't have to, but it does help if you score. And all you have to do here is line up these points like so, and then just with the back of your X-Acto knife, or with you can use a tack. If you have the bone folder, of course you can use that. Yeah, it's pretty, anything that you can just sort of put a little scrape in the back of the paper to help it fold where you want it to is all you're doing. Okay. This box is really quite forgiving, I have to tell you. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to fold it back this way. And now we're going to fold our bear over, and we're going to fold these flaps over. All should go in one line like that. And then we're going to do the same thing here. Okay, and then we'll open it up, and we're going to fold this up like so, and this one, and we are so close to being done. So now all we need to do is put some double-sided tape right here. Just run a little adhesive, you don't need tons, and do try to keep it folded like that, because you're going to do one side and then the other, and you don't want this getting away from you and like sticking accidentally to something. Now, I will also tell you, you can absolutely use a glue stick if you don't have double-sided tape. So all we're going to do now is go slightly to the inside of the bear. So just angle it in just a hair. There's no mark, you don't need one. We're just going to eyeball it, and whatever we do on one side, we're going to do on the other. So there we go. And then on this side, same thing. And you just want to, you can get it in place, and then you can sort of press it all down really well. Okay, there we go. All right, so there he is finished, and I've put some shred in him. And Of course, he doesn't have to have shred. You can easily just give him a bend like that, put your treats in, and then some double-sided tape right there to hold him together will totally work. Otherwise, pop him with some treats and some stuffing, and he looks super cute like that too. And I want to just give you just an extra little detail that I think is really sweet. If you are, you know, doing a specific event with colors that you really want to coordinate with, just give him a little bow tie right there. Put that on with a little dot of glue and you are good to go. I think he looks really smashing. So yeah, give that a try, and thanks very much for joining me for this video. And if you've purchased from my Etsy store, mytwobitts, then I just want to say thanks so much. It really means a lot to me. And if not, then please go check out my store. Thanks very much.